people started coming to me, hey, can you do a sketch of me too, or can you do my portrait, and that kind of thing. And then I see a hard worker, and I just want to capture his spirit, you know. And so that's what I've been doing. I've been trying to get. Yeah, Jim was a hard-working guy, and when I first met him, he had this long hair, and I think he grew it down to his shoulder, but I gave that to the cancer people, right? And now it's short, and I thought he was a hippie at first, but it turns out, that's why he was doing that for. He was a really nice guy, and he's a good family man. And I thought, I thought he was the worker, but it turns out he was the foreman, and he had a lot of personality. And I took his picture because I thought it was really nice of him to do that with the Bob Harvey thing on top of the I-beam. The Bob Harvey, he lost his life in the crane accident in the Quincy shipyard. They were trying to disassemble the crane, and the piece of it fell on me and killed him. So that he was part of the Ironworks at Boston Southern, and because of that, they wanted to dedicate a beam to him up there and express their sympathy towards that accident. This is another school teacher. She walks by in the morning. I used to talk to her, good morning, but I used to wonder why she always was black. She told me she wears good. She told me she wears black because of the you don't have to pick colors in the morning or anything like that. You don't have to figure anything out. But so I called her the lady in black, and in Spanish it means la dama la negro. Okay. This guy is a student at Roger Williams University, and he's studying civil construction management. And his name is Max Martin, and he's a good guy, and he's out there working right now, and he's a hard worker, and he's learning a lot because he's on site, and he's going to be going back to school probably in a month. And this is Kim Gibson. She is the area supervisor. She graduated from the Maritime Academy down Bourne, and she didn't want to spend 4 months in the ocean, so she decided to be an engineer building schools. And that sounds like something a girl would do, right? And this guy is a hot spook. He stood behind the fence a long time trying to get in. He's a steel worker, but he finally got in. And once he got in, and the poor guy only worked a month, but he was a professional boxer at one time. So I said, look, I'll draw you a picture of you, and I'll do it as a boxer. And when I gave him the picture, he got laid off that day. So I gave him just in time, and he gave me a hug for it and all that kind of thing. And I told him I'm not that way. Now this guy, he just came up about a month ago or so, and that's Brian Texeria, and he works for Eli Martins, and he's half Mashpee Indian and Cape Verde, and he's a fisherman. And I told him I used to go down Mashpee and fish years ago, and I would always try to catch the first striper, but the Indians would catch them before I do. So I said, I'm mad at you because you'd always get the sports. There was a sports store that would give an award, like a fishing pole or something, whoever catches the first striper, and the Indians will always beat us, Mashpee Indians. This guy's police officer Kent Yee, and I did a little detail work with him. I didn't actually do physical detail work with him, but I was out there on my post, and I got to know him, and he was telling me that he's an ABC Chinese. I said, what's ABC? He said, American-born Chinese, first generation. I said, well, then that makes me ABS. He said, what's that? American-born Swede, first generation. And this is Dave Cahill. He's a laborer, and he was here in 2009. 2009 was tough. It rained for 3 months. It was cold, it was wet, it was dirty, and he was in the pits with all the rest of the laborers building the foundation for the school. And now he's back, and it's not so bad as it was in 2009. He's a good kid. He plays baseball, and that's why I got Dave is also a baseball player, because he plays a lot of that in the summer. He's related to the guy running for governor, Tim Cahill. Steve Garnett, he's a clerk of the works. This is a man you can't stop to talk to.
because he'll talk forever. Okay, he'll talk and talk and talk, and if you have to go someplace, you'll have to say, "Excuse me, Steve, I gotta go." If he's a good guy. Okay, Frank Santoro, he's the principal of the school. He's done a lot of tours, so I used to make fun of him doing tours when he comes through. I says, "Are they paying you yet for this kind of thing?" But he's very conscious about safety and everything. He'd take 6 or 7 people through the building, and he showed them, through the construction, until even I think he's still doing it, and I think he's proud of how this building is coming and that kind of thing. And he should be, because it's a beautiful building.